In today's program, we will be practicing common yoga protocol. However, before this, I would request Shri Pramod Bhatia, the conclusion for this great class.
Good morning. Namaste, all friends yoga. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all yoga enthusiasts here and those who have joined this event virtually to both the International Day of Yoga. It also gives us immense pleasure to welcome all the yoga enthusiasts and students of yoga who have joined this event being organized by COSET and virtually. Yoga has been an integral part of our Indian cultural heritage. At India's initiative in December 2014, the United States proclaimed June 21st as International Day of Yoga. The theme of the Yoga International Day of this year is Yoga for Wellness. Yoga is increasingly being practiced around the world, including United States of America. It helps us build harmony between body, mind, and soul. It, there is a proverb in Sanskrit which I quote: "Mana praman opyo yoga iti abhidhite," which means the recourse to pacify mind is called yoga. Due to this direct connection of yoga with health and wellness, yoga today is recognized as an important tool for preventive health care. Yoga also presents us with an opportunity for self realization, the practice of kindness and compassion and spirituality. Before I conclude, I would like also to recognize yoga organizations, Vibrant Indian Community in Chicago, Friends of Yoga, and yoga enthusiasts in Midwest region for organizing a series of events to commemorate the 7th International Day of Yoga and popularizing yoga in this part of the world. Wishing you all a very happy International Day of Yoga. Jai Hind.
Thank you for your remarks, sir. Now, I would request Ms. Pam Brookman and other members of her team to demonstrate the common yoga protocol, and we all will do it together. Please. Thank you.
Audible? Oh, there it goes. So welcome everyone. Namaste. So glad you've all joined today. You know, yoga, what does yoga mean? Yoga means union. Union of what? Union of our body, our breath, our mind, and our soul. So we're going to be practicing that today. We'll do some postures and we'll be doing some breathing. And we'll also be doing we'll do a short guided meditation to help unify our mind. And I'd like to start actually by unifying everything with the wonderful sound, the primordial sound of Om. So let's chant Om 3 times. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Last time, deep breath in. And keeping your eyes closed, just notice the effect that the sound has on your body and your mind and your environment. And slowly open the eyes. Feel that the Om is so powerful and it joins our body, breath, mind, and spirit together. It brings us home to ourselves. And now I'd like to say just a quick prayer before I start. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That prayer means, may the students and teacher be excellent. Teachers be excellent. May we enjoy together the fruits of our efforts. May there be no hatred between us. Om, peace, peace, peace. Oh, and also may we be strong in body and mind. So yoga, we know, is much more than just a physical exercise. It brings everything together. So what kind of breath will we be using? If you know Ujjayi breath, you can use that breath. If you don't, you can stop at any one of the tables later, and I'm sure they could teach you. Art of Living has one here. We can teach you over there too. And or you can just use normal breath. And I hope everyone has signed the liability form. You know, yoga is for everybody. But if you've had recent surgery, you're pregnant, you have uncontrolled high blood pressure, or another medical condition, you really should check with your doctor before you begin. All right. So let's begin with our feet. Let's stand up and have our feet forward. Toes are forward, hip distance apart. And let's start by rolling out our shoulders. Exaggerate the movement. Just loosening up the shoulders. You know, we hold so much stress there. And now let's reverse, back and up, inhaling, exhaling forward and down. then let's relax. And let's take our hands and put them on our shoulders and our elbows together. And let's do some more shoulder rolls, bringing your shoulders up and back. Generally, with yoga, one more. When we expand the body, now reverse, we're breathing in. And when we contract the body, we exhale. One more. Excellent. And then let's bring the arms down. And now let's have our hands on our hips, and we'll do some hip rotations. Knees are not locked, exaggerating the movement. Finishing this round, let's reverse. One more round. And back to center. And let's bring our feet together. And let's bend the knees, hands on the thighs with no weight on the hands. And let's do knee rotations. This is good not only for our knees, but also for our ankles and hips and our lower back to release the stress there. And reverse. And let's come up, inhaling, and shake out your legs. And let's come to a little jog. And let's shake out our arms. We have to warm up our muscles a little bit so that we can move them, so we don't strain them. You know, in aerobics, let's have our hands halfway up and do wrist rotations. In aerobics, there's a mantra, no pain, no gain. But that does not apply to yoga. If you have any pain, stop. And now hands up, down, up, down. To the side, in, side, in, side, in, and shake it out. Okay. So now let's stand with our feet hip distance apart, a few inches, and toes are straight. Make sure your toes are straight forward. They're not out to the side. They're straight forward. And we'll do the Tadasana. We're going to stand tall, shoulders back, shoulder blades together. And let's lift up our toes and grip the mat. Tuck your tummy, tuck your hips under. Feel you're very tall. Lengthen your spine. And now let's take a deep breath in and bring our chin to our chest. And now inhaling up, let your head fall back without straining. Inhale up, chin to your chest again. Inhale up and back. Exhale forward, chin to your chest. Inhale up to center. And now we'll inhale over to your right shoulder, chin to right shoulder. Standing very tall. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed on both feet. Shoulder back and down. Inhale to the other shoulder. And stay tight. It will stay tight all during all the poses. Chest the lower back. Inhale back to center. And now exhale, bring your right shoulder, not your whole body, just your right ear to your right shoulder. And now bring your left arm out at right ankle. And your left arm out at right ankle, and your hand flexed, and your right hand on the opposite side of your head, gently pulling down. No straining. Maharishi Patanjali, an ancient sage who wrote a lot about yoga, and let's release, and we'll reverse. He said, Sthiram Sukham Asanam, and that means yogic posture should be yogic posture should be steady and comfortable. So that means we use effort to get into a posture, but then we relax there. And when we relax, we go deep and our muscles relax and we release more stress. And release the posture. And now let's clasp our hands in front of us. And let's lift our arms all the way up, standing very tall. Flip your palms to the sky. And now let's come up on our toes. Look at something that's not moving. Very tall. Beautiful. Everyone looks so great. And let's come down. Great. And now we'll do the Ardha Chakrasana. And Yash, why don't we face each other? You can just stay the way you are, I think, so they can see a front version and a back. So our feet are hip distance apart, toes are pointing forward. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands on the back, in the small of our back, and we'll bend backwards. So we'll take a deep breath in here. Lift your shoulders back, shoulder blades together, lift your chin, push your belly button forward. Lift your toes from the mat and squeeze them down onto the mat. That engages your inner thighs. Don't come down any farther than you can comfortably come. Keep breathing and smiling. This is Ardha Chakrasana. Keep breathing here. You can straighten your legs now. And slowly inhale up. And now let's face the front. Feet is stay hip distance apart. We'll do opposite toes. We'll lift our arms all the way up. And we'll keep our arms by our ears during this whole posture. This is Ardha, it's a Pada Astasana. So what we're going to do is we'll inhale and lift the chest, lifting up at an angle up. Grip the mat with your toes. Tighten your abs. Smile at the sky. Take another breath in here. And let's start coming down, reaching forward. Keep your arms next to your ears, reaching forward, hips come back. Reaching forward slowly. All the way down. If you can't touch the mat, that's just fine. Don't force it. Just be wherever you are. You can bend the knees if you want to. Lift your hips up to the sky. You can grab onto your thighs or your your ankles or calves. Bring your chest closer to your legs. Keep breathing, don't strain. And now let's lift our arms by our ears again. Pushing your hips back, slowly come up, gripping the mat, abs are tight. Keep your arms on either side of your ears. Slowly lifting up, hinging up. And now reach back and up. And exhale, arms come out. And with your eyes closed, just notice with your shoulders back and down. Don't you feel a little taller now? And now we're going to have our legs wide. And why don't we make our mat go horizontal? You can keep yours the way that yours are, I think. So that. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our feet very wide. Have your feet very wide. And make one leg your back leg and one leg your front leg. So take your back leg toes, stay in mat. Bring your back toes in 20 degrees, and your right foot is going to be parallel to your mat. And now what we're going to do is our hips are pointing out. We want our hips parallel to the mat. And our arms like a T. So now what we're going to do, make your hips parallel to the mat. We're just going to reach for something a little out of our reach. We're just leaning and moving here. Keep breathing. Really releasing tension from our back. Our knees not bent, knees straight. Now bring your forward hand down and have your hand facing outward. And bring back up and look at your hand. One leg and two forward back. And reach for the ground and for the sky with your hands. Stretch in that direction.